Well, I think, as I've said before, this is not about Joe Sestak. It's about the question of it's really about what was the offer? Well, the offer is now known. Was it to get him out of the race? Yes. Is it inappropriate? At a minimum, it's inappropriate. So I think the important thing we have is that Joe Sestak has now clarified the truth more completely, as he promised to. And what we have is an administration that was trying to use a political appointment and a former president as a conduit to get a member of Congress and a former admiral not to run for Senate. That's exactly what the statute says.
Do you take it at face value that it was just a board position, it was just this minor uncompensated thing?
Well, clearly, lots of people in the Democratic establishment wanted to get Sestak out of the race, but to have President Clinton, on behalf of Rahm Emanuel, offer a position is what the statute says is criminal to offer to get somebody out of a political race. So, this squares perfectly with the intent of the law and the reason that it's illegal to do what President Clinton was, on behalf of Rahm Emanuel, asked apparently to do. I guess.
Thank you, sir.
So you've called for an FBI investigation?
Well, we did call. Yeah, we called for a FBI investigation because we would like it looked at as to who did what wrong. Obviously, if President Clinton offered it, President Clinton could not deliver on that offer. So if he offered it on behalf of Rahm Emanuel, which is what we heard here today, then Rahm did have the ability to see that it was delivered. Rahm is a government employee and would fall under at least the plain reading of 18 U.S.C. 600 and 595, and that's what we've been saying all along, is it's for either the Attorney General using a special prosecutor or the FBI to do the independent investigation, get the on-the-record testimony from people such as President Clinton, now we discover, and make a decision. It's not for members of the House, Republican or Democrat, but it's also not for the White House to whitewash their own actions as they have done. Remember, what we got today was the President's attorney giving us his legal position on, not binding, on why he thinks he's outside of ethical or legal boundaries, and yet any of you can read the U.S. Code, and it looks like it reads right on the code, because the word position is in addition to a whole bunch of other items, so that it's very clear that even a board, a commission, a position of honor, all qualify, even if there's no pay attached.
Are you going to be satisfied with anything less than an investigation into this?
We're not going to be satisfied until the truth is known. More importantly, we now question the President's continued claim that this is going to be a more ethical administration. Because on the face of it all, even if he's cleared criminally, you've got to ask who was thinking that this was ethical or fit a high standard. And the defense by the administration, by the White House's statement is, well, this is business as usual, other people did this. Well, if previous Republican and Democratic administrations committed crimes, if the governor of Illinois committed a crime, what does that have to do with the campaign pledge and the repeated pledges by this president that this would be a more ethical White House? It's obvious that that's no longer available to those of us who work with the administration trying to root out waste, fraud, and abuse.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.